Hey guys, it's Morgan coming to you with a race video. It is Friday morning. I'm making my cup of coffee as always, and I am so excited because tonight I am driving to near Nephi, Utah, kind of between there and Delta, Utah. Anyway, it's south of Salt Lake City to the Little Sahara recreation area, and I'm racing round 4 of the National Hare and Hound Association series this year. It is going to be super awesome. It's sponsored by the Sugarloafers Motorcycle Club. They're the ones who are putting the race on. And the part I'm most excited about is I'm going to race the 125 XC in a national race in the 40A class. So that's going to be completely out of control. I don't know how I'm going to do. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm quite a bit faster on my 300. But I love that 125 so much. And I just want to show you guys what you can do with a 125 and without spending a ton of money on a fuel injected and all this stuff. And of course, my 125 is brand new. I did spend a lot of money on it. I have a ton of parts on it that I was given by many wonderful people, and I will list all the sponsors in the description of this video. But you don't have to do that, right? So, and the 125 was $3,000 less money than any of the other bikes that KTM made. So, and I'm 185 pounds. So I'm too big for it, really. But we're going to have a ton of fun. Unfortunately, though, I have to go to work. So I got to bang through this work day. And then tonight we're taking the van. We're camping in the van. We're going over there. It's just me. My kids are not joining me for this trip, so it's just me. But we'll be camping in the van. I'll show you guys what that looks like, how I've got it set up for that. For racing, and then yeah, we're gonna go racing. It's gonna be so much fun, so let's get after it. Yeah!
Somebody's gonna get high and it's gonna make me.
All right, guys, we are on the road. I had a great day at work. Lots of good stuff going on, tons of bikes picked up, and a few bikes dropped off, so awesome week. If you guys haven't ever checked out our Schlog, it's our shop vlog, you definitely should. It's a lot of fun. We do a weekly vlog and just show tech tips, motorcycle stuff, mechanic stuff, give my mechanic a hard time, and we just have a ton of fun. So anyway, if you haven't done that, you should check it out. It's pretty awesome. I'll put a card right up here. But now we are headed west towards Nephi, Utah, or Jericho, Utah. I don't really know exactly where it is, but it's the Little Sahara recreation area. So that's where we're going. Gonna race the round 4 of the National Hare and Hound. It's gonna be a ton of fun. So as I said earlier in the video, this is the camping rig, the big Ford Transit. This is the T250 long, tall version. All-wheel drive. It's a 2020. We already have 9,400 miles on it and not very long. And I got it pretty well set up for race camping. I'll show you what that looks like when we get there and we get all set up. But I got about 5.5 hours to go, so I'm going to turn some music on and get after it. All right, guys, we made it. It's late. It's 11:19, and I got to get this place set up to camp. We are pitted somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. There's a ton of people here, which is awesome. It's also crazy because I drove through a whole bunch of really wet desert, and now we're in a bunch of dry, dusty desert. So who knows? This could be a crazy race. I think I found a pretty level spot. Yeah, let's get this thing set up. All right, guys, let me take you on a little tour of my home for the weekend. So back here, sleeping area. Obviously you got the toolbox, water, gear, like my wolf vest, chairs, you know, protective gear, whatever. Main gear is up there in the loft. My other just like pants and jersey, hydration stuff right there, heater right there. So this is going to be my sleeping area, which is super comfy. Just got a normal air like thermarest and then a foam pad, so it's gonna be nice and comfy. And then let's go up and take a look at the kitchen area. So we got the seats that both swivel, turn around, and table here. Now there's a lot more room, obviously, if you take this seat out. I was gonna take the seat out because it's just me, but I kind of honestly just forgot. That's no big deal. I can squeeze in over here, sit down, make breakfast, make coffee, whatever. I think eventually I'm gonna put a fold down table like that goes up there. It's just gonna have like one leg that comes down and sits, and that'll give room even when this is here. So but for now, this is gonna be great. Got coffee making stuff, cooler, you know, kitchen stuff right there. Yeah, I think this is going to be really good. Propane tank running the heater so it can go all night, keep us nice and warm. And yeah, I'm pretty psyched. So yeah, pretty excited about it, guys. This is the first time I've ever done this for racing, so I think it's going to work out really good. It's time to get some sleep and get up and go race dirt bikes. All right, guys, it's race morning. It is a beautiful day. It's chilly out there and it's crazy dusty right where we are. We drove through a whole bunch of mud and rain and like whatever, and then like 4 or 5 miles back it switched to dust. So I'm sure we'll be riding through a little bit of everything. And yeah, I'm really stoked. My biggest concern right now is honestly fuel. My 125 is only good for maybe 45 miles ish on a tank, and maybe 50. And the first loop is 56 miles, but they have a remote gas, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be taking gas to the remote gas area to get gas, because there's no way I'm gonna make 56 miles at race pace. And my 300 tank is not gonna fit. I was looking at it and it won't work, so that's all right, no worries. Now I'm gonna make some coffee, make some breakfast, hang out for a little bit, and then yeah, start getting ready. All right, guys, got the bike all ready to rock and roll. Got my number, NT419. That is a temporary number because I'm not racing the whole series. Bike is totally full of gas. I got gas at all my places. Big thank you to TBT Racing, who's pitting me for the main gas. I got my other jug, the provisional gas, because I think I'm definitely going to need it. And yeah, I'm really excited. This is going to be a ton of fun. Fives and other minis are out right now. There we go. Lots of whoops. That's going to be interesting for a guy who's old and not that good at the whoops, but whatever. We're going to have a fun anyway. It's hard probably for you guys to tell, but the wind here is howling first of all, and really cold. So it's gonna be an interesting race. I'm definitely trying to decide what to wear. I think I'm gonna probably wear a t-shirt underneath my jersey, no jacket or anything like that, because I know it'll get hot. But yeah, I guess all that's left is to go ahead and get geared up, get down to the start line, and wait, because this is gonna be awesome. I'm nervous, super nervous right now. I haven't raced a race like this in a long time, and I am super nervous. I know I shouldn't care, I should just be out here having fun, because that's what I tell everybody, but let's be honest, we're here to race motorcycles, so all right, let's do this. Okay guys, I'm ready to race. I was gonna wear a camera on my chin because I think that's still safe and fine with the AMA, but the hose is getting in the way. It's bouncing off my neck brace. I'm not gonna do it, so sorry guys, no race footage, but we will check back in when we get done, see how it goes. Oh guys, I'm so bummed that I couldn't shoot video for that race. That race was an absolute blast. It was crazy. I figured since I couldn't shoot during the race, why don't we make this whole video kind of a story time? So if you saw the thumbnail, you know that it's story time. So let's just talk about the race. Let's do a recap. So first of all, it was the round 4 of the National Hare and Hound Association Series this year. It was the Sugarloafers MC, so the Sugarloafers Motorcycle Club, Cherry Creek. It was the 60th anniversary, and actually there was a dude racing who raced the first one. How cool is that? So awesome. So anyway, it was out in Jericho, Utah, in the Little Sahara area, and it was super well put on. Massive thank you to the Sugarloafers. They did a great job. Sign up went smoothly. Everything went smoothly. Race started a little late, but we're pretty much used to that because that's just the way things work, unfortunately, with racing. But they did a great job. It snowed everywhere around where the start was, but not where the start was. So it was super crazy dusty, really windy and kind of cold this morning. So it was kind of like getting going, but I was a little bit concerned, but whatever. I was racing in the 40A class, so that's on the A line, which is the second line to leave. Had a decent start considering I was on the 125. I mean, it's the 125, so it just doesn't have any horsepower, so I got beat by a lot of people, but not by everybody, so that was cool. The first, I don't know how many miles, 5 miles were just like the softest, dustiest sand ever. I mean, people everywhere, hitting trees, going over the bars, whatever. I had a pretty good run, actually. Didn't have any issues. Made it through that. Got to about mile 10 before my hands started going south, which is kind of a thing that happens with me pretty much every race. When I push hard, my hands, I get an arm pump and my hands go away. Like they get tingly. I can't really feel them. So from about mile 10 to about mile 15 or 17, I really couldn't feel my hands. But I still had a pretty good run. No big issues, no big mess ups or anything like that. It was super fast, super dusty, whooped out, crazy, whatever, for the first, I don't know, 18 or so miles, 20 miles, something like that. Anyway, got to E-gas, emergency gas, where I had to fill up because there's no way my 125 was going to make the first 51 miles. So the first lap was 51 miles, and yeah, there's no way. So I pulled into E-gas at it's like 21 or 23 miles, something like that. Anyway, bike took a ton of fuel, like probably almost 2 gallons of gas, maybe. I don't know, a lot. Had some guys there help me. It was really awesome. Then the second half of that first lap, it got a little bit more technical. A couple rocky climbs, through some rocks and stuff like that. Had one mistake, tipped over, crashed, no big deal. Got going again, hammered down, passed some guys in the tight stuff, got passed by a bunch of guys in the fast stuff, and coming in, like basically I don't know how many miles of the first 51, but a ton of them were really high speed and whoops and sand and dust and craziness. But had a good run, really, and had fun. It was a blast. The 125 suspension is brilliant in the fast stuff. It's absolutely amazing. It handles better than any of my other bikes in the whoops. Like better than the YZ, better than the 300 KTM. It's I don't know. It's pretty amazing. So really happy with that. Came back in, got gas thanks to TBT Racing, Gil at TBT Nevada. Thank you so much for pitting me. Filled up with gas, pulled a tear off, and took off. Didn't have to change goggles or anything like that. Started off on the second loop. First part of the second loop kind of sucked. It was real big whoops and sand and whatever. But then we headed up into the mountains, and it got so amazingly cool. It was nuts. There was moisture in the ground, tons of turns, through the trees, through the bushes, rocks. We even went through a little creek. I couldn't, like, there was running, standing water. There was snow. We were charging through snow sections. I started passing guys. It was pretty fun. I started passing 4 strokes going up rocky hills, which made me feel really good about that on my 125. Really felt great. I started getting tired because I pushed really hard in the first lap. That's kind of my nature, and I need to just get in better shape because I know I've got more in the tank. If I can just get in better shape, I can charge for the whole race. But still rode well. No big mistakes on the second lap at all. A bunch of really fun washes. They had us go in these crazy washes that were just turn forever. Turn. I mean, miles and miles of these things. Really fun. Then a really nasty rocky wash that was really tight and crazy. The only downside to that is you couldn't make any passes, so you get behind guys, and if they didn't get out of your way, you're in trouble. But no big deal. Still had a ton of fun. And then we charged back onto the old course for the last 5 miles and had to pound whoops for 5 miles at the end of the race, which is brutal. But there's my hands, guys. After the Arizona race, I had giant, like, my calluses had torn off. And anyway, whatever. Hands held up way better. I think that has partially to do, I've been riding a lot. Also, I think it has more to do with the fact that suspension from TBT is absolutely brilliant. The motor on the 125 was incredible. Thank you, RK Tech, Kelsey. The motor was brilliant. I mean, it was really good. It just pulls everywhere. It's a 125, so it's whatever. It doesn't have a ton of low end torque, but it did really well considering it's a 125. I ended up finishing 8th out of 18 in the 40A class. I feel really good about that. I would have won the 40B class, so I think I was in the right place. And I'm blown away that I got that done with the 125. Considering my test loop times and stuff like that, I think if I'd been on the 300, I would have done really well. I don't think I would have won the class by any means, but I might have got it on the podium. But you know what? I don't even care. I had so much fun riding the 125 that I think I'm just going to race it from now on. I think that's going to be my race bike. And yeah, maybe I'll take the 300 on a hard enduro, something like that. Something like I've never done before. That would be kind of cool. But I think for normal racing, I'm just going to race the 125 because it's a ton of fun. So I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank all of the people that helped me build that bike. Please watch the rest of this video. If you ever get a chance, please check out these people's stuff. Call me, order it through me, order it on their website, tell them that you heard about it from me, whatever. I'm just so appreciative of all the companies that helped me build the bike. So let's start with TBT. Suspension is amazing. Brady Metter at TBT Oklahoma, thank you. Travis of TBT, tuning my Travis, thank you so much. Nitro Moose, you guys have been behind this channel and my shop for so long. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how many times today that I smacked a rock, like just boom. I mean, center punched the thing. It definitely would have been a flat, and I had no problem. So thank you, Nitro Moose. Huge thank you to Kelsey at RK Tech for the head. The bike ran brilliantly. Massive thank you to Decal Works, Sean Murdoch at Decal Works. The bike looks incredible. Bulletproof Designs. The bike has been brilliant. It's hit the ground plenty of times. Radiators are straight. Everything's perfect. Chain guide is straight. It's awesome. System Tech Racing, John Bruckbauer, thank you so much. Fork bleeders, brake cooler for the rear, and front and rear disc guards, and a big brake pedal for the rear brake. All absolutely brilliant. Just perfect. Evans waterless coolant, Evans Power Sports, thank you so much for the coolant. The bike ran flawlessly. No overheating issues, no nothing. You can run that thing way harder with that coolant in it, and it will not boil. It won't overheat. It's absolutely awesome. Nate at DDC Racing for the sprocket. Rear sprocket it looks brand new still after 30 hours of beating on it. Thank you so much. Lance Smith at XC Gear. another level of comfort because of the Mako 360. Thank you so much, Lance. Guys, I can't recommend those high enough. Definitely better than flex bars. Yeah, they're absolutely incredible. Enduro Engineering, thank you for the flag handguards. Again, I hit the ground today. It wasn't a big one, but like picked the bike up. Handguards are perfect. Levers are perfect. They're totally awesome. Also, the levers, thank you from Bulletproof. They're brilliant, perfect, like no issues whatsoever. I want to thank Highland Cycles. Thank you for doing this. And actually, I want to thank all the patrons directly to Highland Cycles and patrons to this channel for helping me afford to do all this stuff. The FMF pipe that I put on was amazing. I had a freaking giant amount of over rev. I could just hold that thing wide open and it just kept pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. It was just incredible. Yeah, tires that I ran this weekend. I ran Bridgestone M59 up front. It was perfect. I ran the X20 in the back, which is the soft terrain of the Battle Axe tires, and it was really, really good. So I'm super happy with it. I've never run that tire before. It was awesome. I think that's it. I can't think of anybody else. I'm like looking out there at my bike to make sure I don't forget anybody. Yeah, guys, please, I'll put all those people in the description, the links to their shops in the description. Please check them out. Oh, I gotta say thank you again to Platinum Relations, my credit card processor. I know it's weird for a motorcycle place to have that as a sponsor, but thank you, Dave Beneteau at Platinum Relations. He does an amazing job. For real, guys, if you own a business and you need to take credit cards, Dave will get you hands down the best deal and far and away the best customer service of anybody I've ever dealt with ever for credit card processing. So please go to platinumrelations.com/Highland Cycles. Go to that website. You get there's a discount and some other stuff. Anyway, if you start there, yeah, please support him. He's an amazing guy and he's helping us out, and I really appreciate it. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's kind of a weird video. I hope you guys liked it. Comment below any questions you have about the van, about the race, about the bike, any of that stuff. Also, stay tuned because I am camped again. You can see I'm still here in the van with the seats backwards. But this time I'm in Chimney Rock. I just got done with the race today. I drove 3-something hours to here, and I'm going to camp and get up and ride the Chimney Rock area, which is near Green River, Utah. And I've never ridden here ever in my life, so I'm really excited. I got the GPS tracks from a buddy. I'm going to ride the 300, and I'm going to put the GPS on it. We're just going to go explore and have fun. Also be wearing the Wolf Enduro vest, the new version of the vest, for the very first time tomorrow. So make sure you stick around, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this with someone. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. That would be cool. And most importantly, guys, I desperately hope that you get out, spread the gospel of two wheels, and that we at Highland Cycles are inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes!